Greetings everybody, this is slicedlime, and here is an archived version of the live stream that I did last night. I was building a vanilla version of the Gravestone block from the OpenBlocks mod. So it's pretty much the entire stream, about 1.5 hours of command blocking. If you're interested in how I build stuff, this could be interesting to you, but it's a fairly long video. Anyway, past me, take it away. Alright, so thing I have this far is a scoreboard, a killed scoreboard that detects when I get killed, and a grave scoreboard. That's pretty much it. And it's setting, hold on, this one. Setting these things with redstone blocks whenever I die, and then, whoops, I summon an item frame so I can align things and create an armor stand and a sign. That's pretty much how far I've gotten. So if I do scoreboard players set slicedlime killed 1, so I don't have to kill myself, I get an armor stand that's going to be invisible once I'm done with this, and a sign saying rest in peace slicedlime. Oh, need to switch the title of the stream. There we go. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have a bunch of armor stands wearing, I was trying it over here, so you pretty much have an armor stand wearing a head that looks like a cobblestone. Wow. How do I forget what cobblestone is? And then you have a bunch of those and you get like a gravestone like this. Of course the armor stands themselves will be invisible. And then I just have to align them to here, and then make sure that when you break the sign, you're gonna like suck up all your items into some form of storage, and then when you break the sign they all pop back out. So that's gonna be pretty cool, I think. Name equals new grave, I think that thing is called. Yeah. So the next thing to do is to figure out, I guess the next thing to do is to summon those things in the correct place. It's going to take 4 command blocks, so those 4, and then there's going to be not gonna fit here. Definitely not gonna fit here. Which means it's the easiest thing to do. It's probably to move this thing out. To there. Good. And then that's now 2 further away, and fill 4 maybe. It's positive Z. What's that? So this thing needs to be moved here. So I've got a bunch of blocks. I just do these things in the right place. That's gonna be kind of tricky. Execute off of that thing called new grave. We're gonna want it somewhat further back. There's going to be so much trial and error in this. And Ooh. How far apart are they? So this one is the inverse of that, whatever that is. Give me a calculator. 1 minus 0.406875. Okay. And half of that. This is a stupid number. Minus that. And something in y, but we'll wait with that for now. And then another one of those. But plus that instead. If this works, that'll be amazing. That's a pile of junk. Get out of my chat window. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. That's not too bad. I can work with that. Did these things get a name? No, they did not. That's gonna be a bit of a problem. Oh wait, they aren't markers. Name equals new grave. So, you need a name. Yes. Custom name something something. Gravestone. Sure, why not? Yeah, Gravestone. You want -1, not 1. See where that ends us up. Not bad at all. For a first attempt, it needs to be slightly higher or lower, and then the other ones need to be there. What have I done where? Kill new grave, kill gravestone. Okay, these should... wait. Okay, let's get rid of this too. Visible 1. And then... aha. One marker 1. Wow, that command is so spammy. I think it was this. Yes. Now I need to go slightly lower. Let's do this too. Find a space over here maybe. Kill at e name equals new grave. Kill at e name equals gravestone. There's a quick reset. Ooh. Oh no. Why are they black? They weren't black before. Yeah, the armor stands with cobblestone and stuff is all... It's just to make it look like... make it look like a gravestone, pretty much. Why did it turn black? It turns black because it's inside this block, but why didn't it turn black before? What's the difference? Is it marker? That would suck. I want them to be markers. Let's do that. Rid of the sign. Yeah, it's a marker, okay. As long as I can still aim at this, still kill that. Whoa, what? Yeah, whatever. If I remove marker, it works. Oh, that's the one I did it on already. We want invulnerable 1 instead then. Marker. Whoa! Don't fall off the edge. Cool. I like breaking things. I break things all the time. Gotta break it to make it better. Now it's... Yeah, that's the problem. There are armor stands in the way. Well, we'll live with that. Don't like it, but we'll live with it. It is... Okay. So it's not quite half a block too high. It's maybe 0.4 too high or something. So let's lower it by 0.4. You'd be surprised how much of command block creation stuff is just this kind of trial and error. Yeah, that was almost perfect. Is it still off the ground? Yeah, it's still slightly off the ground. So maybe... Okay. 425. That might be too much. No, it was too little. What about that? 0.45. That'll have to be good enough. And then the other one was, I think, 0.6 above that. Yeah. So we want exactly the same things again, but 0.6 higher, which in this case means plus 0.15. Yes. Like so. And if I've done this right, now it should look like a gravestone. All right. I am liking that. And you can still get at the sign. See, the idea is when you break the sign, all your items pop up, and the grave pops away. So that is the next step, I guess. Let's make it a full cycle so it's easier to test. Did I implement it running this? So I kill the sign. Okay, I didn't. Oh, okay. I almost implemented it. Name equals grave. Oh wait, not quite. Entity data at e name equals new grave and custom name grave. There we go. So rename it to grave after we're done with creating all the things, and then here, if the grave is now detecting a block that is air, well, it means the sign is gone. So then execute at e name equals grave runner. I think that thing was called grave runner. Yeah. Grave runner. 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks off. And down 1. Fill a whole bunch of stuff. There is a way to set the. You can set a. Let me show you instead of trying to explain. You can do set block. Wall sign. Then you get a sign like this. But the problem, I think. The problem is that this isn't like supposed to be here, so it can pop off. So if we go to survival, it actually does break. Huh. I didn't think it would. That is interesting. Now the thing is, it likes to pop off, so if I set it again and then like plop something down beside it, it's gonna pop off, which I don't like. So that's why it has a the post. Hello, kitty. She wants to help. Let's see. Hello. Hello. Okay. Always so much easier to do command block stuff with the tail in your face. Yep. Shall we wanna say hi? Say hello to all the nice people. As far as I know, there's absolutely no way to prevent block updates. Oh, I'm not in creative anymore. I was doing something. Yes. Here. Fill. So helpful. Stone block. Like so. And that should fill these with. So if I do the same thing again. There. And then kill this. Whoa, okay. Yeah, that works. Of course. So oh. A name equals grave. There we go. And then we want to stick this on. Yes, kitty. Kill at e name. No, can't do that. Okay. I don't need to do this entire thing. This. kill at E name equals grave C equals 1. That'll take the closest one and kill it, which in this case is the one that has no sign, which is what we want. So now if I do that and then kill it, it says hi once. Good. And then kills the thing, hopefully. Yeah, it should have. So get rid of that. Okay, also I am not liking that. That is not good at all. Let's move this over one. Well, not necessarily that. Okay, and let's change this to 7. Now what that does is it lets us run this line without having these two connect, because if this runs and then is successful, it can power a block next to it, which could potentially power this thing, which I definitely don't want. So I want another kill here. I need to kill. Okay, hold on. These are centered. This one is minus 0.45. The other one is. So if I do minus 0.15. That's directly in between them, and then kill at E name equals gravestone R equals 0. Kill all the gravestones within the same block. That should be only that one single gravestone. So now, if I do that again and then kill the sign, that didn't work at all. Failed to execute detect as grave. Oh, yeah, okay, because I've offset that, so we have to offset it back up. Nice. Close, but no cigar. So honestly, we should be able to do this. Nope. Why is it only getting the top ones? Yeah, I guess you could just cheese out and do that. That'll just kill the closest 4 ones. And if you stick it in the middle, in between them, that should definitely kill the closest 4 ones. So there. That's much better. Now we can just run this over and over without having to manually reset it. Okay. Next order of business. That's pretty much everything except the item things. So, the next thing is to gather up all the items. And I do have a plan for that. I just need to figure out which items are the dropped ones from the player dying. So, scoreboard players set at E type equals item. That doesn't work. Execute at E name equals new grave. How far can an item fly when you die? Say 10 blocks maybe? They can fly pretty damn far sometimes. Grave 1. And then I need a chunk format page. Can't do anything without a chunk format page. Where do I? There. Items, items, items. Item. Pickup delay. No, wait. Age. That's the one I'm looking for. So age should be 0, I guess, when they spawn. And age is a what? Short. 0s. And give me back my chat. So, okay. Scoreboard objective set display sidebar grave. Now, all I need to do is go and kill myself to see if all of these things should be getting the score in the scoreboard. That did not work. So now the question is why? But I got my grave. It's something. Yes, so it's going to be H1. Type equals item, R equals 10. I haven't written this wrong or anything, have I? No. Let's try 1. Take our grave, kill. Yep, there we go. Respawn in a tree. Pick up my stuff. Go away. Okay, so age is 1. So whenever this, it's gonna flag everything to be stuff that needs to go in the grave. Yeah, okay. And then what I want to do. So the only reasonable way to manage this is to, well, there's 2 ways I can do it. One is to just try to keep all the items suspended in mid-air, but Minecraft likes to glitch that kind of stuff out, so I'm not going to do that. I guess I could have them, I could change it so that all the items ride armor stands. This is such a weird idea that I have to try it. At E, oh wait, it goes here. Entity data at E, score grave main equals 1. Riding ID equal armor stand. No gravity 1. Marker 1. Custom name item holder. Or say grave holder or something. Grave holder. This is such a weird idea. But if it works, then it would let me suspend these items in mid-air. Okay. Respawn, that didn't really seem to do much. Whoops. Here, it might be the case that I can't change the writing tag at runtime. Might only be when you spawn something that you can change it. Yeah, it would require a separate armor stand for every item. The problem is, the only other ways to... Well, there are two ways. There's one, try to suspend them in mid-air somewhere, which I don't like because it causes them to fall over and over and glitch out and all kinds of weirdness. And the other is entity data updated to... What the hell does this say? Motion. The other thing is I could stick them into a bunch of minecart hoppers. That's pretty much what I had in mind. Item, writing, no gravity 1, custom name, grave folder, ID, armor stand, marker 1. It is updated, it's just not, it's not working. Okay. Scratch that idea. I'm almost happy that didn't work. So, player inventory is 4 by 9 plus 4, so that's 10 times 9, so 40 spaces. So you could potentially be throwing out 40 items. A cart hopper. That has 5 spaces. So you need 8 of these. That takes 1, 2, 3 summon commands. We might run out of... Okay. Execute at E, name equals new grave. I need 4 commands, or 5. This might be tight. So what I'm going to do is 512 spaces up into the sky. I'm going to summon this thing. And I'm going to teleport all the items there. Hey, welcome in. Yeah, it's 40 stacks of 64 potentially. Well, it's 36 stacks of 64 and then 4 armor pieces. But that doesn't matter because a full stack will go into a hopper. Or like the full stack is one single item. So this thing is going to be called custom grave holder. And this thing is going to be riding an armor stand. So it's equal 1, marker 1. What I might summon minecart hopper. Hopper. It's something I don't know. Grave holder. It's riding an armor stand. And some marker. Am I missing something? No. That should be okay. Actually, we should probably do this less than 512 blocks up for now. Let's just do it so we can test it. That's my point. Yeah, 32 blocks is okay. Now we're going to duplicate this 8 times, pretty much. So we get 8 hopper minecarts in one place. So that one's called... Okay, it's going to have to be called something for now. So now it's called grave holder. Let's call it new grave holder. This is go holder. This kind of madness is something I do all the time. Summon another minecart hopper in the same space, called the same thing. So now we have 2, and then we can execute exact thing again, and then those 2 are going to summon each one, so we have 4, and then once more, now we have 8. And that's what we wanted. And then rename them. And data at E name equals new grave holder, custom name grave holder. Yes. Okay. So that means if I kill myself now, there should be 8 minecart hopper minecarts floating around, riding armor stands 32 spaces above my head. I'm just gonna test that out before I continue doing this. Hello. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know why the armor stands are standing like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, as long as they're here. So that's fine. And this should be directly above my grave. Which is kind of stand still. There we go. Fall into, well, close enough. Okay. Now we need to teleport all the items there and hope that the hoppers pick them up quickly enough. Otherwise we're gonna have to teleport them more than once. Which would suck, but still. At E, score. Oh wait. They're gonna all need to be teleported to the grave first. Score grave, min equals 1. At E, name equals new grave, C equals 1. So teleport them all to the grave. And then we teleport them all at E, name equals, no, score grave min equals 1. And we're just going to teleport them up by 32 blocks. And hopefully that that means all of them end up in there. Probably don't want to have them hanging around over there. Kill new equals grave holder. Why did that not kill things? Oh, it didn't kill the armor stands. Damn it. Type equals armor stand. C equals 8. I hope. Nope. That was 4. So now I killed my grave runner. Grave runner was standing around on this block. Damn it! Summon armor stand. Just a name. Grave runner. Marker 1. No gravity 1. I think was that. Hey, monkey. Why did I only get 4 armor stands? Not armor stands. 4, well, yeah, 4 armor stands, but that also means 4 hopper minecarts. I have... Okay, here, summon 1. Successfully summoned. Did it get the right name? It should have gotten the right name. New grave holder. Oh, this one is wrong. New grave holder. And new grave holder, and this. They're supposed to be exactly the same command. I can just do this. There, that should work. And now if I go and jump in my little hole and kill myself. None of the items are here. And hopefully all of the items are in here. Now, I guess, how do I test that? I test that by building the rest of this thing. Otherwise I never get my positions back. So, when we kill... That one is empty, okay. When we kill the gravestone, we want to teleport all the equals. Okay. Execute at E, name equals grave. And okay, I need this entire thing. Well, not that, I want... complicated commands. Take this and stick it in here. That's the grave that's being destroyed. And then I want to teleport 32 blocks in the air for now. Teleport at E, name equals grave holder. Does that even work? Can I? No, it doesn't. Let's try it out, but it doesn't, does it? Yeah, it teleports them down, but then it snaps back up because they're riding these armor stands. So it's the armor stands I need to teleport, but I failed to name those. Hey, Pixel. This is getting cramped. Riding armor stand. Custom name something something. Grave stand, whatever. I'm feeling exceptionally bad at naming things tonight. Where is it? That's, yes. And that. So we're going to have to try to again entity data at E type equals armor stand C equals 8, and hopefully I get the correct amount this time. Custom name grave stand. Woohoo! Now let's see. It's the grave. Stand, I want to copy. Teleport it down. And then kill them all. After teleporting them down, kill the grave stands. Just gonna make the hoppers fall out of the air. Hold on, not that. Now they are down, so we need to be doing it down on the grave level. And then we kill grave holder. Oh wow, that's all kinds of wrong. C equals 8 there anyway, and C equals 8 there. And then this thing needs to not teleport every single gravestand down, it needs to teleport the ones that are in a radius of 0, or just 8 of them, the closest 8. That should do it. Which means that now that I kill that, that maybe worked. Oh, yeah, here are the rest of the stuff. It kind of flew all over the place. Okay, I have 2 command blocks, 2 redstone blocks, 6 signs, a cobblestone head, 2 dark oak fences, stone, cobblestone wall, and a piece of dirt. Farewell, cruel world. Here. Now, Oh, they come falling from up there. That's why they're spreading out. Where did the redstone block go? Yes. I got every single thing back. So that's a good thing. The whole first part is working. It is the teleport that I am not happy with here. I don't know if I need to wait one tick with the... Do I? Okay. Okay, let's see. This... Oh, wait. This needs to be c equals 1. This... Okay, so this... kills... No, okay, this needs to be c equals 4. This kills the gravestone ones, so that's the visual thing. That doesn't matter. The next thing is teleport the gravestones. So the next thing kills the gravestone, and the next thing kills the gravestone. So it is in the right order. This is X, yes. But the question is, since they're writing, I could try. No, it goes X, Y, Z. That's how it goes. So if you look, this is positive X direction. It goes X blocks. So low X block, high X block, low Y block, high Y block, low Z block, high Z block. That's how it goes. So I know exactly which order these run, and it depends on if your fill clock is running that way or that way, which is a pain in the ass. I try to always put mine along the Z-axis for that reason. But if I mean, I guess what I could do is I could ignore all of this stuff. Yeah, okay, let's do a simpler version. Let's ignore this teleport. Yes, that's why. Then you'll get the Y ones first. Except the edges. I want... yeah, I want this. That execute. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that. What I want to do is I want to kill m equals grave stand is equals 8. Start by killing that. Follow that up by killing the holders. And then just try to grab all the items out of thin air and throw them down into the grave. Hey, Macron. This is gonna be weird. Let's see, now I need to go up 32 blocks and down 32 blocks. Why haven't I put that thing in a scoreboard yet? That is incredibly silly. Okay, let's move all of these things over one. What? Oh, I'm placing down a command block with NBT. It's not good. I hope I haven't messed this up too badly. Because of that. Grave holder. Yeah, okay, that's this block. This goes in here. That goes in here. That goes in here. Now, board players set at E. Name equals grave. X equals 1. Actually, let's just do this. Entity data. Custom name. Dying grave. Then I don't need to bother about all of this stuff. Dying grave is the best name ever. 0.15. Now all of these things become much easier. Dying grave. Up to 32. Oh yes, so much better. There, and finally, whoops, dying grave. Dying grave. And dying grave. That's the same command as kill graveholder. Kill graveholder. Okay. What am I doing here? This should not be the kill, this should be the teleport. So up 32, teleport at E, type equals item in a radius of 10 to at E. This could potentially be bad. Is this going to execute it? What context is this going to execute in? Okay, what happens if you just teleport them downwards 32? I mean, you could do this. Name equals dying grave. C equals 1. That's gonna pretty much always hit it. If you kill 2 graves in the same tick, you're gonna potentially get a problem for this. Potentially. I don't know. Otherwise it should be okay. Don't need these anymore. So, let's go and hide in our hole and kill ourselves. Okay. Now, if I grab that back, I get all my things back. That's amazing. Can't believe that worked so smoothly. That is unbelievable. Let's do that in the open and see, and actually let's go game mode survival, just for a laugh. What? Okay, so kind of smooth, but not entirely smooth. Let's say that. Let's kill ourselves in survival, respawn in survival in the tree, and go see. So, stand over here and kill that thing. I'm gonna guess that these still come falling. Yeah, that's a good point. It should handle stacks. Like the stacks should be. I think it just snaps stacks into them, into the hopper minecarts. But I should test that. I should grab a full stack of whatever gold ore and just test with that. I have a feeling, though, that this the C command box, that's the last one. This thing is not... Failed to execute, yeah, okay. So this thing is not... doing its teleport. Why isn't it? I guess the things don't spawn instantly when you kill... Whee! When you kill Hopper Minecart, they might not spawn until the next tick. Could that be it? Or let's do let's see. This thing. Dying grave. Execute at E. Type equals item. Radius of 10. Say I'm an item. Yeah, go ahead. Say I'm an item. Do that too. Kill. So you try to... No. Okay, so... that doesn't quite work. I did get my stack back though, so it perfectly handles the stacks of items. Yeah, it's the execute doesn't work on the items. Why does it not? So, okay. Do I want to try to make a 1 tick delay here, or do I want to do something else? This was not a problem I anticipated. I anticipated a bunch of other problems that turned out to not be problems with this thing. This kills the grave. Oh, wait. This thing is now called the dying grave. Actually, now we can just do this. And kill at E name equals dying grave, because we're gonna have a bunch of those around. Whoops. Could that have messed something up? No, it shouldn't. Like, this is not finding any of... Or could it? Yeah, okay, I don't actually know if those tests are valid now. Let's cover up here a bit so we don't get items flying too far off. Okay. What? What in the world happened there? Well, that was quick. Why didn't that work? Now I'm confused again. Well, thanks. Thanks for that spawn. What? Oh, set display sidebar killed. Okay, so now that's working pretty much perfectly now. It's like instantly giving me all my items back. Well, this thing is still not triggering, so I don't know why. But now this thing has stopped working. Well, whatever it is. Here. Block placed. Why? I broke it bad. I don't know why. Like, I killed a bunch of... Do I have other armor stands standing around that's causing a problem? How do I execute at E type equals armor stand? How can I figure this one out? Say at E type equals armor stand equals 1. I only have Grave Runner. What? So this is obviously running. New grave. What the hell? Or has it never worked? Did it only work when I did this? If I do that, it certainly works. But what? Okay, so armor stand's not showing up. It's just graphical, like a T-Sync glitch. The name is not working. Why is the name not working? I am executing that thing off of. Oh! No, that can't be it. Unless this text on the sign is determined by the client and it's different. Score killed men. Oh, wait. What's setting killed to? That's resetting the score. Now I do not understand again. Because it's not strictly that important. It would be really nice to have your name on the gravestone. Well, that's not perhaps the most important feature. Those things pop up really... yeah, if I remove the reset, it would, because this thing here is triggering off of that, so I would keep executing all of these blocks over and over and over again. So I was thinking about that. The thing I could potentially do is score killed equals 1 here, and then instead of doing this, to add 1, so that would end you up at 2, and then that thing should still, yeah, let's try that. So if it's just a delay thing for when it's setting the score, yeah, so now my scores ended up at 2. Where the hell am I? Oh. Yeah, okay, so that didn't help. Despite me now having... I'm still in the scoreboard, that didn't help. And why did it not help? So, listing... Standing scientists... That selector should work while I'm at P score killed me. Ooh. Yeah, killed Kill is a death count scoreboard. You can still add to it though. You can still do whatever you want. So apparently this thing works if you... This thing works if you aren't dead, but it doesn't work if you're dead. However, I tried before I started the stream to have this thing running all the time, and it does it. This executes when you're dead, so this thing obviously works. Is it at P versus at A? Where this thing? If I put at A here instead, is that going to make any kind of difference? That would be incredibly strange. Oh, of course. I did a silly. Give me back my stuff. This thing kills. And now let's kill myself. Stop spawning me down. Yeah, okay. Huh. That kind of makes sense, I guess. Because you can't select the closest player when you're dead. But I am executing off of that player, and the player has a position. That's how I'm getting this gravestone into the right place. So that's kind of weird. You have your position, it's here, but if you try to get the closest player, you're not here. Okay, so let's back off a bit and break this. Yeah, they pop up around it. That's pretty decent. Let's put all these things back. That, well, that can stay, I guess. Spawn point, yeah, I guess. Doesn't that still randomize you a bit though? That's what I guess the world spawn is more random than your spawn point. You're right. Kill myself. Yeah, okay. So, I've lost a redstone block somewhere. Doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter if I accidentally pick it up later. Table item. There. Let's see. Kill myself, respawn. My name is on this. And game mode survival. Break this thing. Get all my stuff back. Amazing. Creative. Now the only thing I need to do, these can go away. The only thing I need to do is move these things from being 32 blocks up to being 512 blocks up, so that you'll never see any of it. It'll just work magically. 512, and then I need to double check that it actually works, because weird things can happen when you move things above the build limit. Usually it does work. I did a locked chest thing that used to hopper minecarts hanging above the build limits, but you never know. Okay, the other commands seem to... Really? Yeah, okay. Whoa! Best decision ever was to build this on a cliff. Giant grave, fill. Okay. So let's do a game mode survival. Actually, I'm on a cliff. Fail. There we go. Which side was that on? That was here. Wasn't it? Okay, that was perhaps not the smartest move. Creative. Where is my gravestone? That was water on this side too. It looked almost identical. No! Why? Why? Darn it. Okay, so there's a few of the things here. Some stuff. It's spread out enough that I'm guessing that they fell from up there. So maybe the I guess the carts don't properly pick. Oh, wait, did I just miss updating one command? Yeah, I spawn the carts higher, but I don't teleport the items higher. That's a whole bunch of fail. Where's that thing? Into data. Set score. Here we go. That explains a thing or two. Okay. Let us try that again. And now the items disappeared. That looks like a gravestone to me. And they're even more spread out. So they probably did. So close. And yet so far. No, that's an egg. I thought things had fallen way over there. Where'd the rest of the stuff go? I guess since it could have fallen into the water. Since it fell from 512 blocks, any small deviation must have been just threw it all over the place. Damn it. This thing still doesn't do anything. Okay. So the problem is teleported the item to way up in the air. Oh wait, you are not allowed to summon things outside of the range, are you? Aha! So they need to be summoned in lower and teleported up. That explains so much. Wait, what? Oh, those are the other ones. These ones. Okay. So basically summon them on the spot, and I'm gonna need this one to go over here, and I'm gonna need to take this one and go Gravestone. And that does not work. And that will teleport all the gravestones in the entire world. That does not work at all. Execute at E. Name equals... what was that? Dying grave. And only the gravestones there are within range of that. Actually, which should be exactly 8 of them up into the air. Okay. Don't need the survival testing, because this isn't working. Okay. See one problem. Is my stuff still falling, or? No, it's around. Okay. Not quite. So, okay. But actually, any other way of doing this would cause problems if you die close to the height to the build limit. So I have to do it this way. This did nothing. Oh, because dying grave is not at all what I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be using a new grave. Right. How many times have I killed myself? Doesn't it say? 26. Okay, that didn't work either. Why? What am I doing? My stuff. It's just... oh, there it came! Falling like for ages. Well, that's most of it. Okay. There we go. I don't have to wait for a minute to see if stuff comes falling or if it's actually properly caught by the hoppers. Any items? Gifts falling out of the sky? No? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh yes. Finally. That works pretty nicely. This is going to fit perfectly into like a one command deal package thing. So it's not going to be a problem. And I don't know if there's anything else left to do with this. It's pretty much done, right? I guess I should do that survival test. It shouldn't be a difference, but might as well. Survival. Whee! That does not look right. Which way? Which way was it? Here. No, it looks right. And do I get my stuff? I get my stuff. Perfect! I am liking that. Very happy with that result. I should build command block stuff at 2 AM more often. Okay, enough of that. Okay, so the only thing that remains is to package this up in a way that it's like auto installs itself. That's all. Which is pretty cool. Alright, I guess I'm gonna leave it at that. And thanks for joining me. This was a lot of fun. I did not expect for things to go this smoothly. That is a good point, Cobra. I guess you shouldn't. I guess dying shouldn't give you a sign. Yes, when. Let's see. That should be this one. When you break it, we take the gray, we move up 512 spaces, and we take all the items in a radius of 10. So that's going to be all the items that have sort of spewed out of those hopper minecarts, and we teleport all of that down to the grave that's being destroyed. So they all end up exactly where the gray marker was, in the middle of that block. The sign. When you break that, it's going to be. Let's make an attempt at that. It should. Okay, so up there, here. Scoreboard players at type equals item. Grave to item. This is gonna be a nice match. ID Minecraft sign. Count 1. That should be it. Oh, how do I do this? Don't want to kill if you had like a stack of signs. So I don't want to kill that. I also don't want to kill all your signs if you have like one sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. So I have one sign now that I die, and I want to end up with one sign. And to do that, I'm going to kill at score grave min equals 2, score grave equals 2, c equals 1, and then scoreboard players reset. This whole thing. Grave. That's a good point. I mean, the next tests are going to be filling my inventory with random shit, putting armor on and that kind of stuff, and doing it on a server, I guess. There's also this little thing that if you die in mid-air, you're going to get the sign and stuff in mid-air, which is probably going to look weird. And it's going to break as soon as you update that block, but whatever. The alternative is to sort of drop an armor stand, let it land, and then place your grave there and stuff, but at that point your items are going to have potentially ran off a long way and all kinds of troubles from that. Kill myself here. That's an interesting view. Those things. Come on, update. I don't like this kind of problem. Minecraft really likes to desync things. It's probably actually better. Probably works more consistently on a server than it does in single player. So, game mode survival. What I'm looking for now is that when I break this, I end up with one sign, not two. And that failed. Hey, Avatar. Game mode creative. That's not the important one. The important one is this. No match. Okay, but we are teleporting the items, so the items must exist. Grave to... Oh wait, count needs a... They are signed. Count is a F3A. Why is that? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I was thinking about this problem, not about. I'm way. Okay. Now, what am I looking for? Chunk format. What is the item count? Is that a short? Count is a byte. 1B. Get rid of one sign. Try that again. Let's see. Respawn. Game mode survival. Give me one sign. Give me a sign. There we go. Now, the thing that I don't know is that going to be... Is that potentially going to be deleting like a sign from anywhere in the world? So this thing just matches an item anywhere. This matches all single sign items in the world. And then we kill one of them anywhere. Not the smoothest, potentially. I am running a bit higher bitrate today, but it should be okay. It's still quite low, all things considered. Okay, this is not okay. Execute at name equals dying grave. And then kill one thing around the dying grave. That's better. Let me know if that keeps up. And I've because I'm trying to sort of dial in the best streaming settings. Killing the sign closest to the dying grave before you kill the grave. Yeah, I think you said that actually before you saw that I'd already done it. Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's try that out again just to see that I didn't break it. Game mode survival. Kill. Respawn. F3A did not help. That's an interesting thing. So reloads the chunks, but it potentially doesn't reload the entities, because these are the armor stands are entities. I don't. The thing is, I would like to get around that because it's like, it's a problem with the contraption, I guess. In the normal case, you're gonna be far enough away that you'll come walking, and maybe that sort of fixes it. But I'm not a fan. And maybe that becomes better in 1.9 or whatever. Anyway, one sign. Aha! That did not work out the way I thought it would. What the hell happened there? Okay, killed item sign. Yeah. Did they potentially stack before the kill? Okay. Easier way of doing this is to, let's see, take the teleport of the items and just move that later. After we've done the kill, so they can't stack. Yeah, sign. Survival. Kill. Yeah, that works better. Let's try that out again. Yeah, now it's working pretty much perfectly. Game mode. Creative. And this thing should say that it's just killed an item perfectly. And this thing should... wait. This should say that it's reset the score. Good. Just random buffers. Yeah, I don't know. I could try reducing the bitrate a bit. I think I can do that while streaming now. Hold on. Let's see what it's set at. So it shouldn't make much of a difference quality-wise, especially not in Minecraft, but it might help your buffering problems. Now, the problem is I'm quite far from being partnered with Twitch, which is the only thing that lets you do lets you downscale for certain users. They have weird. That way, I guess you know about. All right. So what do I have left? I need to test it in multiplayer, and I should probably. This is my spawn. This is the world spawn. It's gonna suck a bit, but let's go west. And let us do spawn point here. And then let's go further west. I'm using OBS. It's a custom OBS or a branched OBS version that has the hardware encoding for AMD cards. And then kill myself here. So, am I still looking? I'm looking south. here we go. And my... Yep, that still works even though I'm not in the spawn chunks or near my spawn point. So that's looking pretty good. You could essentially release this as it is, or I could test it out in multiplayer first. But it is also nearing 3 AM here, so I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Yeah, but I'll need to package this up. I'm gonna make a summary video of it too. Huh. When I was streaming with the CPU thing yesterday. When I was streaming with the CPU encoder yesterday, I could also change the bitrate while streaming. But I had to use the bitrate of suck. I got super blocky things. I was playing Rocket League too, and that thing, just all the things move. So, like, there was just so much blockiness going on. But yeah. But if you want, I can talk you through how this is set up. But yeah, I'm gonna switch this off now. I'll stick around in chat for a bit. And I can talk to you in actual real time. Thank you. Thank you for watching.